Hey y'all, I'm G. Welcome back to In the Closet with G. Hi, I'm G, and I'm a closet eater.
Hi, G.
Time to eat.
Oh. So, guess what? We got a big show today. I'm so excited. It's a big national day. Look at this. Maybe you can tell. Right there. It's National Iced Tea Day, y'all. And I'm from the South, so iced tea is a big thing, and it has to have sugar in it. Now, I did a little filming earlier that I'm going to add on to this so that you can see how I made my tea. Because there's a proper Southern way, like my mama taught me, but then there's a better way. Because I'm a real Southerner, so I get to do it my way and call it Southern. Now, it's looking a little pale because I did put a lot of ice in there. It was a little warm and it melted, so we'll fix that in a little bit. But, tea. I made this myself. If you're a proper Southerner, you would have to use either Lipton or Louisiana. There might be somebody that would challenge me on that, but I'd say they're wrong. You take about 8 tea bags. I use a quart jar, and I use my wife's electric teapot, and I heat up a quart of water, and I steep it for about 20 minutes. And then, you see this jug? This is what distilled water comes in from the grocery store. Well, they have the other kind that looks like a milk jug, and then they have this kind too, right? And so, I like this one kind of better because, well, it's a twist-on cap that doesn't pop off, and it looks better, and it's taller. It has a smaller footprint, see? Tea tastes the best if it's made with distilled water. Filtered is also very good. Cup of sugar, which is actually on the light side. I would call that diet. A proper Southerner would probably use a cup and a half. But I cut back because I'm watching calories. We're going to have a little history lesson today. After I sip. All right. I have some notes over here. Let me read something to you about National Iced Tea Day. Recipes for iced tea have been found dating back to the 1870s. What? In Old Virginia. Yeah, that's something. So, back in the 1870s, Virginia, iced tea. Why they chose this day, I don't know. They suggest that you could put all kinds of things in it, like raspberries and limes and passion fruits and whatever. I like tea to taste like tea with lemon. Lemon is okay. Now, look at this. I sliced these. Look at something here. Do you notice that there's no seeds? Thumbnail. If you take the seeds out, nobody will choke to death. I mean, that's really... Have you ever sucked up a lemon seed in a straw? Like, about kill you. That's crazy. Cheers. We have more things. Yo, It's National Ballpoint Pen Day. Now, they were saying here, so... The ballpoint pen was patented in 1943. 1943. That's 20 some years before I was born. And so I've kind of known about the ballpoint pen my whole life. But I also at sometimes fancied myself a little eccentric and tried to have a fountain pen. You know, that's what they used before quills and then fountain pens. I have never written with a quill pen. Had a fountain pen. They leak. Have you ever had? Nope, you haven't. But anyway, I had one trying to be fancy. Wore it in my shirt pocket. It leaked on a white shirt at work. So, let's see. Anyway, so turns out that the ballpoint pen doesn't leak as much as fountain pens. Sometimes fountain pens, if you don't write for a few days, they get dried up, and then you go to write and nothing really happens. That happens with ballpoint pens too, but not in 2 or 3 days. So, to celebrate Ballpoint Pen Day, is create a doodle. Oh my gosh, not here with you guys. I can't doodle in public. This is what they really mean by doodle. They do not mean poop emoji. I doodled a poop emoji. Right, next on the agenda. This one I'm going to love. National. Almost can't say it. I'm so excited. Egg roll day. Ta-da! All right, y'all. So there's my egg rolls. I want to tell you something about egg rolls before I get on this. You'll be surprised to know that egg rolls began as a Chinese American tradition extended to the Vietnamese immigrants reaching for the American dream. So guess what? Probably don't get a lot of these in China or in Vietnam unless you're going into a restaurant that's really catering to Americans. So not something you'd want to find there. So these are Vietnamese egg rolls that I got from the Asian market in Denver, and these are chicken. These are pork and shrimp, Vietnamese. These are chicken Chinese egg rolls. I have to have some sauce. I like to dip. Now, this one came with a pack of sauce. These Chinese egg rolls I eat all the time, and I love them. And I like them with duck sauce, so I got this at the local grocery store. There's a brand new bottle. But here's the thing. You gotta add a little heat to it. So you pour some out, and then Chinese mustard. So I like to get a little scoop of mustard. This stuff by itself will burn your face off. It is really hot, but it blends really nicely into the duck sauce. Well, here, I gotta put this down. I gotta get it stirred in good, because otherwise there'll be a couple bites that'll try to burn my face off. I don't want that. Alright, that's good right there. And then this one I'm just gonna have to pour out of here. I'm gonna try that one first because I'm so excited to try it. I'm a little sheltered, I'm afraid, that I don't know about Vietnamese egg rolls. I've had Philippine spring rolls. Those are the bomb. Alright, here goes. Mmm. 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 That's good. Like I said, I got these from the Asian market, so they're really good. They taste kind of like restaurant. Maybe the shrimp is important to this stuff. Oh, that's tasty. It's pork, little bits of shrimp, cabbage. Man, that's delicious though. I'm probably gonna eat all of these. Mmm. Alright, so egg roll. Mmm. Very nice, crispy. Mmm. Mmm. I always learned. I heard life lesson parable one time that was about the guy that went for a job as a pilot. I think it was supposed to be originally, the story was. Anyway, he went for an interview, and it was over lunch, and he salted and peppered his food before he tasted it, and he didn't get the job. And so the lesson in that was that you need to assess the situation before you take action. And so I've learned to always take one bite of my food before I go and put stuff on it, so I actually know what needs to be done. So I did it backwards today because I have a lot of faith in these egg rolls, and I know these are kind of a staple for me. These were not, but you got to take that bite and taste it. No, so I just took a bite without sauce, and I got to tell you that I'm not a lover of this particular egg roll without sauce. It's not great, but the sauce makes it pretty good. So our sauce is super important here. And I'll tell you, these egg rolls here are chuns, also available on your local grocer. There's a floater in my cup. See it? See that floater? Reminds me of going to the aquarium and seeing the jellyfish floating around. He's in there. This is like being at the aquarium without leaving my closet. My family really does want me to keep my junk food eating and binge eating out of their sight for the most part. And so that's why I do the closet eating thing. A lot of times my lunchtime vlogs I'll be doing by myself. Just me and my phone. No help from anybody. Sometimes we sneak off into the closet for a snack nobody knows about. Just you, me, and my phone. But sometimes I like to invite the family into the closet for a little fun. So if he decides to leave this in, you will know that my son does know I'm doing this. And he helps me because I can't do this by myself. Not this good. When I do the show like this, I have help. So we all agree that you're my friends for eating now, not them. Okay, I saved the best for last. Although those egg rolls were the Vietnamese ones. Wow, those were good. I'm gonna think about those. I might go eat some more. There's three or four more in the bag. So, guess what? It's a very special day in Colorado. I'm gonna tell you something you do not know. So I'm living in Denver, right? I'm from the South, but I've been in Denver now for 3 or 4 years. And I just learned that Frank J. Wisner of Cripple Creek, Colorado, is credited for inventing the black cow in August of 1893. You're going to go, what's a black cow? Well, let me tell you what a black cow is. You've known about this drink for a long time. It's called a root beer float. How this happened is interesting. One night, as Wisner, owner of the Cripple Creek Cow Mountain Gold Mining Company, that's interesting. He was staring out the window and thinking about the line of soda waters that was producing for the citizens of Cripple Creek, and he came upon the idea. The full moon that night was shining on the snow-capped Cow Mountain, reminded him of a scoop of vanilla ice cream. He hurried back to his bar and added a spoonful of the creamy vanilla goodness to the children's favorite flavor of soda, Myers Avenue Red Root Beer. I've not tried that one, but I want to. When he tasted it, he knew he had a hit. Sure enough, he did. Wisner named the new creation Black Cow Mountain, but the local children shortened the name to Black Cow. And today, We call it a root beer float. Oh my gosh, so the best way to observe Black Cow Day is to sit back, relax, and enjoy a black cow. Then use hashtag Black Cow Day and post on social media, which I'm going to do below. All of these are going to be hashtagged below because this is such a fun national day. And I am now going to make a root beer float right in front of your very eyes, and I'm going to consume it. All right, y'all. I lived for a little time in Minneapolis. Turns out that, that's where the headquarters for Dairy Queen is. Who would figure Minnesota? It's like I came back from 17 below zero because why would you make the headquarters of an ice cream store in 17 below weather? They're closed all winter. There, I had to put that next to the microphone so you could hear the psh, which was kind of disappointing, actually. Oh, y'all, look at this. We're gonna have to let it rest for a minute. I swallowed the fuck. Oh my gosh. Wait, I have to make a little room for some more root beer. Oh my gosh, y'all. That's better. Oh. That's so good. I love it. Man, I hope y'all are gonna go have yourselves a root beer float today. I love it, guys. I definitely won't stop eating this till it's gone. You can stay with me or not. A little more. A bit more. Yahoo! What joy. The simplicity. For $4, your whole family can enjoy a root beer float and have a nice time. Or go to support your local ice cream store. We have a nice one here, but, it's actually on the other side in the old town we used to live in, which is like 20 minutes away. Not too far, but. So that's all for the National Day show. I want you to like, share, subscribe. I'm going to cut out and go finish. I got to clean up the mess that I made. Finish my egg rolls. Play with my son for a bit. Love you guys. Peace out.